How about that? All right, we'll be moving on to the next run here. Trying to think. Dude, you know what? While we're vibing, let's try to do something as the Lost. Like, let's try to unlock, like, finally Tainted Lost or something like that. Okay, not that good. Substantially worse. Well, hello to you as well. Hello. Are we ever going to see the return of T-Melt? It was either... Oh, Medicated Dembo, thank you for the gifted subs. Thank you. I'm still coming down off the adrenaline of the last run. We did a bunch of T-Melt on Thursday, I think. I mean, I think we did, like... On Wednesday and Thursday, we did, like, 6 T-Melt runs. Will it return in the future? Yes, if that's what you meant. If you were like, you know, I haven't seen any since T-Melt, well, you're missing out on a lot of great ones. A lot of classics. But I've got, like, I'm so far... I mean, I know that it's not a race. But, like, I'm so far behind in Isaac unlocks that I'm like, I gotta get some momentum done on these, man. T-Melt is the, like, delete this challenge or whatever it's called. Like, the blank Eden fully randomized challenge. Everything you pick up is, like, is zany. It doesn't do what it says it does, because what it says it does is Lud of the Marty. Why do people call it T-Melt? T-Melt is an item that we picked up on one of our first runs. It was very good, and then I lost it. And since that point onwards, T-Melt has just become shorthand for the challenge, because I can never remember the name of the challenge. Why not? Let's do it. Tears up, damage up. Tears up, damage up. The only thing we got down was luck down. Okay, so we're unlocking Tainted Lost. We don't have an achievement yet. Or we don't have a trinket yet. Alright, so we're just going to keep it moving. Just keep me honest here. Drop trinket when find. Drop trinket when find. It's called the Crazy Time Challenge. You know what was a crazy time? Twitch Rivals. Pummel Party. I don't know if you were there. Easiest win of my life, though. By easiest win, I mean I had like a more adrenaline coursing through my veins than I've ever experienced before in my entire life. Okay, quick reroll, please. Now that makes up for the luck that we had earlier. I think the last time we had a library, we managed to reroll it into item rooms with the 50% chance for it to disappear every time, which is kind of amazing. This time, this feels a little bit more statistically minded. Dude, don't even... Okay, so, like, people are like, did you watch the new Falcon and the Winter Soldier? I'm still enjoying the show, don't get me wrong. I just, like, I really don't care about the boat, man. Like, I know that it makes me the caricature of a Marvel fan that's like, come on, just get back to the superpowers. Come on, just get back to cool fight scenes and stuff like that. But I'm like, I just don't give two craps about this boat. I'm not, like, mad that they're doing it. I get then there's character development that comes out of it, but I'm like, if there's one more montage where, like, you know, they're fixing up this boat with some feel-good music in the background, I'm gonna lose my damn mind. I don't remember you, but you have something to do with electricity, so I'll take you. Yeah, unless maybe the boat ends up being the new Quinjet or something like that. Then we're the lore implications. I'm wondering what are the, because with WandaVision there was all like the hints that got dropped and stuff like that, like, you know, oh, what does this mean for the multiverse? I wonder if those same channels are like dying right now. They're like, who is the Magneto's boat? Falcon and the Winter Soldier? Maybe the boat might be made of Wakandan vibranium, and then they could crash it into Doctor Doom. Maybe. Like, I don't know what you do if you're like comic explained right now. Okay, hold on. Well, one of these items is just genuinely useless, so I guess we will take 9 lives, which is just genuinely good. Yeah, that's just good. And then we're gonna reroll this son of a gun right here. That's pretty solid. There's still no trinket, but that's okay. We're gonna find a trinket. That's Duel is really good. Anyway, I mean, I'm still enjoying the show. I still look forward to it every week. And then, like, this one is... That was the second last episode, right? Like, the next one's the finale. But I wouldn't say I'm, like, looking forward to it ending. But I'm more like... I'm kind of stoked for the Loki show. And I expected to not care about it. Because I'm kind of, you know, Loki shenanigans from every single Marvel property have kind of, you know, I'm kind of over it. It's been like a decade, but then you know, it looks like they're going in a cool direction, at least with the marketing, so we'll see. We'll see. Would you say you're low-key excited? Plus, you don't see Owen Wilson that much anymore, man. There was a time in the mid-2000s you couldn't escape him. Wow. Jackie Chan, we're like back in the Old West. Shanghai Nights, wow. I'm Dupree, I'm Starsky. Hutch, I'm Starsky. I almost had it. I felt it for a second that I had it. And then Ben Stiller came to me and said, "You want to be Hutch?" And I said, "Not more, I'm feeling more Starsky-ish today." It's almost there. It's almost, that was not close, but it's pretty, like, I'm like one, it's like a Rubik's Cube. It looks like it's the furthest away when it's the one step away from victory there. Now inhale it. No, I can't, it's bad for your vocal cords. Jackie, I thought we were gonna do a new Shanghai movie, Shanghai 430. Wow. Okay, realizing all the tears in the world doesn't give me the ability to take damage willy-nilly. I don't get this bit. The bit is that Owen Wilson says "wow" kind of funny in an idiosyncratic way in every single movie he's ever been in. Play-Doh cookie, tasty rainbow. It's not my bit, it's the internet's bit. I'm just borrowing it from the internet library temporarily. What's your new favorite trash TV show? Okay, so I got a couple things to say, all right? The first one is that I'm about done with TLC, and it's not because the shows are too trashy, it's because they don't play the trashy shows that I want. Every single show on the network, they got rid of 90 Day Fiance. Not actually, but I don't know, maybe they've got it on like Discovery Plus or something like that. Instead, every single show is about being Amish. I just don't freaking care, man. I'm over it, okay? I get it. They don't use cell phones or whatever, but then as their kids get older, they're like, "Can I have a cell phone?" And the parents are like, you know, Obadiah asked us if he could have a cell phone, and we've got to like consult with the Amish, you know, and I'm like, I just don't. Like, okay, fine. Like, I'll watch a couple seasons, but like, I'm kind of just over it now. Like, the 80% of the network right now is like people with messed up feet, and then like Amish people with teenage kids. It's just not for me anymore. It's leaving me behind. So I watched a couple episodes of Nailed It, which is a baking show where they give regular people impossible baking tasks and then laugh at the results when they come out. That show's pretty good. We tried to watch a little bit a couple years ago, and I was like, all the TV trappings around it kind of annoyed me, and I washed out. But the actual like the baking and the reveal is kind of funny. I would watch a compilation of just reveals from that show. I think that would be hilarious. But I wanted to pivot off of this and talk about, like, this show that I found on Twitter. People were talking about it on Twitter. It's called I Wanna Marry Harry. I thought America had a monopoly on ridiculous reality shows. Did you see that? Or maybe you lived through it. It was a show where they just had, like, it was The Bachelor, but to marry Prince Harry. But it wasn't actually Prince Harry. It was just a guy who kind of looked like him. And then the whole show was like... Look, I have to leave the trinket behind. I wish I didn't, because it's pretty nice, but... Yeah, you have to leave it behind. I guess we could leave it behind later, but I'm going to leave it behind now, just for my own sanity, so I know that I've already left it. But I know we could later. I'm just it's for my own. It's copium, okay? It's boomer copium, so I can focus on some banter. Help me. But plus, I don't even know what luck does in this game anyway. Like I thought it helped you out in the casino because that seems like logical. And then everyone was like, "Oh, 3,000 hours. He doesn't know luck doesn't help you out in the casino." And I was like, "What?" It doesn't. In my defense, it kind of feels like that would be the most intuitive example of it, but you know, I don't know the code. But yeah, so the show was called I Wanna Marry Harry, and they had like a Prince Harry look-alike, and then it was just The Bachelor. But I guess, like, you know, some of the women on the show were getting wise to the fact that this guy is clearly not Prince Harry and just kind of looks like him. So they used to do like psyops where they would have producers like walk by their hotel room door and be like, "Guys, Buckingham Palace is on the phone and they're like really upset about this show. They want to talk like right now." And like they had therapists that were not actually therapists. They were just producers from the show, and they would you know, be like, you know, "You're having delusions. Like maybe this TV show's giving you delusions, and that's why you don't think this is clearly Prince Harry, even though it's clearly not." So I didn't investigate whether or not the show was actually real, because that's a lot of work. And it confirmed my biases, so why would I risk having to, you know, confront that? But it's certainly an interesting social experiment. It reminded me, I've talked about this a few times before, but some people have never heard it before, and some people still disbelieve it. There was a show that ran on the WB in the early 2000s called Superstar USA, and it was an amazing show, but it was very mean-spirited. The show was American Idol, but instead of trying to find the best singer, they found the worst singer, but that was not known to the people that were involved. So they played it like it was just an American Idol clone, but actually all the good singers, they were like, "Get out of here, you're garbage." And all the bad singers moved on. And then they'd like, you know, I mean, it doesn't get any better as it goes along, let me put it that way. Because like at the end, they've got them like, you know, performing like in front of a live studio audience that's like in on the joke and cheering them on and stuff like that. And then they like revealed it at the very end, and we're like, you know, "Actually, you suck." And they, you know, it's no big deal, just like 30,000 people in the Staples Center laughing at them or something. Sounds like a fun time. Nightmare, nightmare. Anyway, I'm not gonna say like I didn't watch it. I watched the whole thing. I was also like 14. That's like the perfect era or perfect age for that kind of entertainment. Haha, these stupid idiots think they can sing, but they can't. Haha. So stupid. Get owned. How do you get through that and not realize you're a bad singer? Well, like, I mean, it's almost, like, in some ways, I think it makes it worse. Like, because obviously, like, I mean, I hate to say it, but if you were, like, really intelligent, you would probably know you're not that good of a singer, right? So I would say that it also appealed to, or they got people on the show that were not necessarily the smartest people that they could find either. Let's put it this way, they didn't have to give up their appearance on Jeopardy in order to be on Superstar USA. Very fun show, though, if you ignore the like, severe psychological and ethical problems. I mean, we're taken. That's pretty good. This is just HP, right? This is not Red Stew. This is just supper. Yeah, Mo Sislak. Okay. Alright, we're out of here. We're out of here. Yeah, exactly. No more scamming adults into thinking they're stars, dude. I'm gonna try this. Oh, we should have waited for a potential reroll, but... I think you just take this, and I know that you're gonna be like, what's the point? Well, you know, if we're gonna lose, which I don't think we are yet, but if we're gonna lose, I'd still like to win. So let's just take that. I don't think Void once every 6 rooms, sucking up an item that gives us a 50% chance to reroll something is like, is that strong? Get me out of here. Yeah, we were talking about the show where people got gaslit into thinking there was a chance that they could marry Prince Harry. I don't know, though. Like, I feel like if I figured it out, I would just, like, just keep vibing, right? You know what I mean? I think I would, like, couldn't you just, like, blackmail the producers? And be like, hey, I know that's not Prince Harry. I'm gonna blow this whole thing up for you if you don't give me, like, I don't know, like, the nicest hotel room. I don't think Knockout Drops is very good, by the way, but I do think it's fun, and I like when the tears go katuk, like they did just there. I was on My Country's Got Talent, and I knew I sucked. I mean, if I went on one of those shows, and they were like, you're great, I would be like, no, I'm not. Joke's on you. I'm hitting the X button on you. You're a bad judge. Have you seen any Darren Brown specials? I have. I don't know how to feel about Darren Brown, okay? Some of the stuff I think is pretty cool. Like when he does the simultaneous chess matches. And I'm assuming some of it's kind of faked, but when he does the simultaneous chess matches and he just remembers the moves that like the opposite sides did against each other, so it's really like 5 of them playing themselves, so he's guaranteed to break even, and then 1 other person that he actually has to beat on his own. That's pretty cool. Like, that's a smart little trick. The one where... Have you seen the one where he goes to the horse track and, like, makes losing bets and then convinces the people to pay him out anyway? And he goes up to, like, the betting window and is like, I knew you were lucky, that's why I came to this window. He, like, smacks the... He smacks the wall, and then he's like, I'm using, like, neuro-linguistic programming to trick the betting agent into thinking I won when I actually lost. And I'm like, I just don't believe it. Like, I'm not saying it's... Like, I can conceive of this happening, but the way that you're doing it, I don't know, man. It just seems like a little... This room sucks, by the way. Like, these enemies are not so bad, but the darkness on the room is bothering me for sure. Please just get blown up by this. Mission failed? Hold on, I gotta focus for a second. Like, there's some stuff I mean, it's like hypnosis, right? Like, I have seen live hypnosis. They did it in I could use a trinket. This gives you spirit hearts for coins, right? So it's worthless. I guess we'll take that. Yo, hello. Hello, Cobalt. Hello. It gives you wisps every floor. That's incredible. But like, I saw live hypnosis when I was in my freshman like week of university. They brought in a hypnotist because that's just one of the... They always do like a motivational speech that's like, you'll never have another time like this in your life. And then they, you know, bring in a hypnotist and like, you know, you go watch a football game and stuff like that. No, thank you. And I still, to this day, I kind of like don't believe in hypnotism, even though I watched it happen, because I'm just like, I think those people are just weak-willed. But I don't know, like it just doesn't make sense to me. I'm like, you want to be hypnotized. Like, that's the only way it makes sense to me. Is that the people that they pick are people who, like, they have, like, some kind of way of knowing if somebody's a skeptic. Like, if they're 19 bald and wear thick, rimmed glasses, you don't pick that person. You pick the person that's, you know, they're wearing, like, some, like a crystal around their neck or something like that. And then pretty soon you're gonna have them dancing on the table, right? So because they always do that, they take like 10 people and then they make like 7 of them sit down. I definitely feel, I mean, I would never like, it was entertaining to watch the hypnosis. I wouldn't like try to blow it up by being like, yeah, pick me, just kidding, I'm a skeptic, you know? Please don't die. Oh, we have 9 lives, I shouldn't be that worried anyway. But I kind of just like, hypnosis is like a 2-part, it's a 2-person system, right? Like both people need to be in on it. I think. But that's why, like, you know, like the Darren Brown stuff where they have, you know, like he makes Simon Pegg, he goes, a BMX bicycle. What do you want for your birthday? I want a leather jacket. And then after like 5 minutes, he's like, I want a BMX bike. I'm like, what the heck is this? Come on, Simon, you're better than that. Plus, what are you gonna do with a BMX bike, dude? You're like 45 years old. The leather jacket was a much more sensible option. Need to find the fool card here. And then, like, I like watching that kind of stuff, though, because it kind of, like, it gets your, it piques your curiosity, right? Like, I watched the Darren Brown show where he, like, convinced people to do a heist. I don't know how I feel about that. Like, it's one of those things that's, like, it's so easy to stage that you think, like, it can't be staged because it would be so obvious, but... I don't know, I guess I believe that there's a lot of susceptible people out there where if you were like, rob a bank, they'd be like, absolutely not, and if you were like, please, they'd be like, alright. If you said like, rob a bank, they'd be like, never, and they said, do it or I'll be mad at you, they'd be like, oh man, I guess I don't have a choice. He's an entertaining showman, that's for sure. Yeah, what if they said, I won't be mad, I'll just be disappointed? Yo, Tentacle Monster, thank you. Thank you for the gifted subs, thank you. That's true, I mean, like, you know, the Zimbardo prison experiment and the, what is it, like the Ash experiment and the... There's so many, like... studies that are basically like, you know, if you're in a group, like you'll get some herd mentality. Like the one where they show people like 2 lines that are obviously a different size, and then they ask you like which one is or they show you many lines and then they go which one's the same size as the control line, and like everybody in the group deliberately goes that the one that's like the most obviously not is the one that's closest, and then the actual like experiment sample is like, I guess something must be wrong with my brain. I didn't know. That's the Ash experiment. Oh, thank you. Zimbardo admitted to faking his results? Dude, that's... Do you know how... He should be in prison. Do you know how many collective thousands of hours high school students have wasted having to learn the Zimbardo experiment, and he just made up the results? That's crazy. It's like, he's probably wasted like tens of millions of hours of human life. I'm not gonna say it's worse than murder, but how long is the average lifespan? I'm starting a new bit. It's called Utilitarian Court. The first case is the case of the clickbaiting YouTuber. Oh, Sweet Tawny, thank you for the gifted subscriptions as well. This bit is dedicated to Sweet Tawny. The first bit is, the first case is the case of the clickbait YouTuber. You stand accused of getting 10 million people to watch 1 minute of your video with a title that said Hot Lady Inside, and then there was no Hot Lady Inside. This wasted 7 human lifetimes worth of time. You have been sentenced to 165 years in prison. Goodbye. Death times 7, exactly. Don't even get me started on the reality shows, man. Great gaming. Okay. Okay, it doesn't matter, man. It doesn't matter. Polaroid negative, I guess we'll take the negative. Fool card out. We out here. Yeah. Okay. I'm just gonna tell you straight up, I do not think we will be able to beat the beast. However, I do think we'll be able to unlock Tainted Lost. We got a lot of advantages here. This room admittedly kind of sucks. But we do have brimstone bombs if we find ourselves in a particularly nasty position. The man's a genius. The man's a fool. The man is dead. Escape from this room. Okay. It's true. If we make it through to the beast, we might be able to beat the beast. Just because of the way 9 lives works once you get there, but... Donkey. Dude, you don't even want to know. In a utilitarian courtroom, do you know how many years? Like, I don't even... They'd be sentenced to millennia in prison. The kinds of people who make SEO... Did you see the threading of the needle there? The kinds of people who make SEO optimized recipe websites, like we'd throw away the key. It happened again. I can't remember. It was like I think it was on Friday. I'll think about it. I needed to know the amount of time for that you put pierogies. We don't need to go back that way. The amount of time you need to put pierogies into the air fryer. And, like, when you look up these recipes, it drives me crazy, man. Hello and welcome, Ninja Air Fryer, Instant Pot Air Fryer. Have you ever wanted to make pierogies in the air fryer, or in the Instant Pot, or in the air fryer? You can make all sorts of things in your air fryer, low-fat air fryer pierogies from frozen or from fresh. By the way, before you read this article that you deliberately searched for about how to cook pierogies in the air fryer, because of the way that the Google algorithm's set up to reward like backlinks, here's 17 other air fryer recipes that I thought you might be interested in reading before you want to read the recipe that you actually search for in the first place. Like, I know you're here to look up air fryer pierogi recipes. Have you ever considered air fryer sweet potato fries? Look, there they are. Have you ever considered Instant Pot chili con carne with turkey? Like, it's just crazy. And then, yeah, it's got a video that plays the entire time you're on the website. I know we did the bit when we were playing Paria recently, but, like, it's so bad. You see it in YouTube descriptions, too. Like, at least in the YouTube description, like, there's, like, a video that you can just click on and ignore the description, but especially back in the day, a lot of, like, YouTuber video descriptions were like, hello and welcome to the first playthrough, my first playthrough of Dishonored. Dishonored is a brand new game published by blank Dishonored. Yeah, and then like some of the descriptions literally would have like tag at the bottom, just tag stuffed in the description, and it would just say, "Hey, don't worry about it. Just ignore these." Anyway, so hold on. We have Pointy Rib. Pointy Rib is not good enough. That's probably not good enough, but I could be persuaded. Donkey dunk. Donkey donkey dunk. Well, I don't know. There's things like, you know, there's clickbait and then there's marketing, right? Because someone in chat asked, like, what if it's clickbait, but clickbaiting for something good? I don't know, sometimes I get annoyed by that stuff as well. Like, every once in a while there'll be like a social cause where people are like, yo, check out like my cool outfit, and then when you click on the link, it's actually like a link to donate to some kind of charity, and I'm like, I'm not offended by it, but I also just want to be like, you're not helping. Maybe I'm too cynical, I guess, but I'm like, when people click on that, and then, I mean, what's the conversion rate on people clicking on that and then being like, okay, I will donate. You got me. I don't know. I get an I'm helping vibe from that, but I'm not, you know, it's very minor in the whole scheme of things. I might just be a curmudgeon. Yeah, but I think clickbait is just marketing where you're lying, you know? That's why I get annoyed when people call, like, you know, a non-misleading thumbnail to be clickbait. Like, the only time I'll accept a clickbait criticism for myself is when I'm wearing a different shirt in the thumbnail, Poggy, than I'm wearing in the video. That's clickbait. Yeah, see, Smalland knows what's up. I will say, Smalland, though, like, I had a video get sucked up by the algorithm that was like a year old, and I was like, what would Smalland do? And I said he would just find a way to put 2021 in the title. So I changed the title to put 2021 in, and it just crushed the analytics. Like, I guess at some point the YouTube algorithm was like, you screwed it up. You blew it. It's not your fault. It's probably my fault for the title, but still. You should wear the yellow burger shirt more. Thank you. I do still own the yellow burger shirt. We just have a problem, though, which is that I've got the dad bod now from like 9 months of staying inside. And also in the wintertime, like when you're wearing heavy clothes, it's really hard to motivate yourself to like exercise and eat well, especially with a baby, admittedly, but like, because you're like, it's going to be cold forever. And then it's like it was 15 or 16 degrees yesterday, sunny and beautiful. And I was like, frick. It's nice now. So right now I'm rocking the Kevin Smith, which is I want to show off my calves because they're admittedly quite impressive. But I also don't want any clothing that highlights the dad bod. So I'm rocking that like oversized hoodie mixed with like shorts. Not huge jorts, but shorts, yeah. Okay. Classic dad fashion. Dude, I was also laughing. Okay, so like, I mean, I shouldn't say I was laughing, but you'll understand why in a second. So Kate and I were out for a walk on Friday, and we see all these like dad cyclists, and they have like a little. I'm trying to think of how to describe it. They're biking, and they got a seat behind them that they can put like a little kid on. Or they have a trailer behind them that they can have a little kid sit in, so that while they're biking, the kid gets to go outside and enjoy like the ride as well, right? Kate was like, I can't wait until the baby's old enough for like you guys to go out and do that. And I'm like, I mean, I'll do it. I'm a confident cyclist, at least like for not falling over. I'm a confident cyclist. But I'd be a little nervous, right? Because you're not just like watching out for yourself. Now you're watching out for like, you know, your kin as well. And then we talked about it, and we're like, it's a while away. This weekend, I was just hanging out outside for a minute, enjoying the weather, and then I saw a dad with one of the trailers. I'm trying to think about how I'm going to do this for the camera, but anyway, dad with one of those bike trailers came through an intersection, turned left, and started pedaling, and just jackknifed the trailer with his kid in it, and it went skidding like 3 feet on the road, and I was like, oh my god, what are the odds? And then everyone on the sidewalk was like, oh god, is everything okay? And they seemed like they were okay. The kid had a helmet on and everything, but it was unexpected for sure. Also, one of those things where you like, if you saw it on like a dash cam video, you'd be like, I'll never see that in real life. It was remarkable for sure. Yeah, the kid was probably having a great time. That's the funny part. The dad would like, I mean, I could put myself in that dad's shoes. Like, it's gonna be playing in his mind before he goes to sleep for like the next 50 years. Oh, you would never be able to tell your wife, for sure. Like, if she came back and she had, like, a scrape on her forehead or something, you just have to be like, oh, I don't know, I guess she, like, scratched herself or whatever. Did you forget to cut her nails? As a kid, though, like, you know, you don't realize this until you get older, for sure. But, like, you can really weather injuries a lot better. Like, my foot still hurts. I stubbed my toe. It's almost like 5 weeks ago now, and there's still like an internal bruise or something. It still hurts pretty bad sometimes. I don't know. Like it hurts like a 3 out of 10 sometimes, I guess. But like a kid, they don't care, man. They bounce back so fast. I see kids like skateboarding, and they like, you know, hit their forehead on the sidewalk. And then they get up and they're like trying to figure out if they're upset. And then they're like, this is the greatest day of my life. It's crazy. You know what? What do you... excuse me? Use your free healthcare, dingus? All right, I'll tell you what. I'll go to the doctor if you scumbags give us some of your vaccines. I had to do the math the other day where I was like... They announced that, like, by June, Canada's going to have the vaccine supply to give 80% of the adult population their vaccine, or at least their first dose. Come on, man. Come on. And I had to do the math and, like, try to figure out if I was going to be in that first 80%. I don't know. I must be in the oldest 80% of the population. I'm certain... I can't be in the youngest 20% anymore. But I also have, like, no comorbidities. So I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna be in there, man. Plus, like, why not? I'm not mad. Like, this is just probably how public health should be done to begin with. But, like, Ontario's going through some real stuff right now. I wouldn't be surprised if, like, the federal government gives more of the vaccines to Ontario than British Columbia, even though BC's in... It's a little, like, scary in BC, but things are getting better over time, and Ontario seems to be trending in the opposite direction, but... Okay, take me up. Alberta's bad, too. Dang, East Coast, man. Just enjoying their lobsters over there. Freaking jerks. Hello from New Brunswick. Hello. Give us some of your vaccines, man. I don't know, you probably don't have any either. I heard Quebec is getting it pretty bad too. I mean, it's just as bad everywhere here. Just need, like, it's, yeah, I mean, we've been over this. How many times do you have to go over it? As soon as the vaccines came out, even if they weren't available where you lived, people were like, it's over. Okay, let's do it. Finally. Dude, we unlocked Tinted Lost. Through all of our discussions that we had here, all the banter, we at least have unlocked Tinted Lost. Now, I will say, Tinted Lost is also the character for whom, like, I have heard the most negativity. I've seen a lot of stream titles that are like, today's the day we finally win with Tinted Lost, but... Okay, we're good. Let's give it a try here. It's just old Lost? Okay. That's still pretty tough, though, because, like, some of the stuff on the Post-it note is way harder than anything in Rebirth. This is gonna be tough, I'm not gonna lie. I think our principal goal should just be to make it... What happens now? Do we get to start? Okay. We probably get to start on phase 2. Come on, man. Come on! We probably get to start on phase 2 if we get to phase 2. If not, then this is mighty spicy. Don't forget your brimstone bombs. That's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. Okay, we need... Put some brimstone bombs in there. Remember, all you gotta do is handle that TV, man. If you can get through the TV, you got nothing to worry about. Can of corn. Okay, one of you scumbags, it has to pay the piper. Who's getting permabanned? Somebody in chat said if you stand still on the brimstones, you'll be fine. I have been lied to. I was like, is it really that easy? Who's accepting the permaban? It's gotta be done. What's that thing that they do in Midsummer? It's called like the Hammersplat or whatever. Phase 2, baby! Phase 2! Okay, again. We got bombs, we're just chilling. The Bodhisattva, exactly. Bodhisattva, Bodhisattva. Gonna sell my hammer town. Bodhisattva. Okay, I feel somewhat comfortable dropping some of this stuff in here now. Hey, man, don't do that. Don't do a spinny move. He's doing the spinnies, man. Admin, he's doing it sideways. You knew it was coming, too. That's the worst part. Okay, save bombs for phase 2. I think that's what I'm learning here. Save bombs for phase 2. I gotta remember. Cobalt was here. Cobalt said, you got this. His exact words. You got this. We're pogged? Pog? Heavy pog! Okay, we got one use of Holy Mantle still remaining. Immediately... Oh my god, I should be dead. Hey man, at least we had Holy Mantle. You don't win the game by preserving Holy Mantle. You win the game by getting the enemy's HP to 0. Great bomb. Okay, cool. Going offline, guys. I mean, I'm not disappointed. Just to get Tainted Lost was really what I was looking for in the first place, but... This is... Oh my god. This is an opportunity for us to complete this posted note, at least. You're not... I mean, it's gonna be tough to complete this posted note. Not as tough as on some other characters, obviously, but you hate to squander an opportunity. I guess our damage is not very good, admittedly. I can't beat myself up too much. But our fire rate is incredible. I forgot what this does. Lodestone, please. Frick. Okay. Saved. Saved. He's a genius. Don't do that! Resin, dude! One of these days, I'm gonna write out the flow chart for how to deal with that attack instead of just relying on feel. Saved. Saved. To an unbelievable degree. Don't spin. No spinning, okay? He's spinning again. Okay, that's fine. We get to beat Dark Judas now. We get to beat Dark Judas now. That was a good attempt. Now this is just for like bragging rights. I think we've already done the Judas stuff, but Mom, can you pick me up? They're doing it sideways again. Okay, that was like mighty close. I could not stop spinning. Did you see multi-dimensional baby plus brimstone bombs in there? Like that looked pretty cool. I don't know if it actually did anything, but okay, saved, not saved. Are you still coming up here? What's going on? He's saved. I'm gonna learn all these words. This is gonna be my new karaoke song. It missed! No! If the brimstone bomb had just hit, we'd be making it. We'd be making a can of corn, baby. Can of corn. Great ending, though. Slash marker, Tainted Lost, unlocked. Can you believe it? Let's try to do a run as Tainted Lost. That should be fun.